Chris Webber will be joined momentarily by Craig Sager and Chris. Prior to Game 4, we were talking about when you come to playoffs, it's all about game-to-game adjustments. I know you spend hours devoted to coming up with your keys to the game, so it's time for the keys to the game, which is presented by Cricket Wireless.
You're right. It took me so long to come up with these that I'll just say Oklahoma City needs to do what they did last game. Make sure that their pick-and-roll defense is spot-on, communicate, but be efficient on offense. These players must police themselves with their shot selection. For San Antonio, transition defense. You need to get back on D to stop Westbrook and Durant. And lastly, whoever's won the battle on the boards have won that game. OKC dominating inside Game 4.
All right, a look at the lineups. Both teams remain the same. Kevin Durant coming off that magnificent second half in Game 4. 29 of his 41 in the second half. Russell Westbrook coming up with a different mentality, had 15 assists Sunday night. And for the Spurs, Kawhi Leonard, who had been playing at another level, looking to turn it from a very quiet fourth quarter. And Tony Parker with 2 straight excellent shooting performances. A look at the officials: Monty McCutcheon, John Goebel, and Jason Phillips. Oklahoma City controlling, and let's see how Westbrook plays it at the start. Looks to get it down under. He does, but Durant not able to hit, and that recovers. So Kevin Durant with the bucket. Now the Spurs 40-1 here at home in the regular season. That equaled the 1985-86 Boston Celtics record for most home wins in the regular season. Aldridge is off, and it's rebounded by Robertson. And then the Thunder beat the Spurs here in Game 4 of this series. Block shot on Adams. Steven Adams has played so well in this series.
Definitely has. He's played well in the paint. And Westbrook, look at him starting the game off. He had 15 assists the other night, more than San Antonio Spurs combined. And as he gets a steal right now, he should have had an assist with the pass that Durant missed.
And let's see what the call is here. Yes, offensive foul as he charged Parker, who is shaken up.
And you know what? It usually hurts when you get hit in the breadbasket or by that hip area. But Westbrook, he should have had an assist on that very first play. Durant missed, gets his own rebound. Coming out looking to be a facilitator. As you look right here, first of all, in the passing lanes, you already know that Westbrook is one of the most competitive players in this league. But right there, that was the play. The elbow to the breadbasket area. And Patty Mills comes in and sees earlier action than he's used to.
And Patty Mills immediately, as you say, off the bench. Will Sevening, the San Antonio trainer, taking a look at Tony Parker. Leonard played by Robertson with help. You see Adams hedging over, and it pays off. It's a turnover committed by San Antonio. Westbrook gets it down low. Adams with position and is fouled by Aldridge.
First 4 plays of the game. Westbrook is the catalyst for this team, as we see again. Watch Parker hit the ground. I don't think it was so much the elbow he got, but it may have been how he landed, as you see him automatically grab that left side.
Tony Parker getting set to check back in. Steven Adams 60% from the line during the regular season. It has been a breakout series for Adams. Game 4, 16 points, 11 rebounds, 2 blocked shots, and 4 of 6 at the line. And the Spurs up front did not have any answers, particularly when Billy Donovan went with combinations of Adams and Enes Kanter.
Here's that. This is the #1 rebounding team in the NBA, and so they're attacking the boards. They do the little things. You mentioned the stats of Adams. So many things he does. Doesn't show up in that stat book, but is the reason why this team wins.
Tim Duncan, who went scoreless for the first time in his playoff history. And we'll see how Duncan reacts tonight. He had those early fouls in Game 4. Robertson is called on the foul. And Leonard will put it in play. Andy Green, who was not able to find 3-point shots, attempted only 1, and he'd been on fire during the course of the playoff. Good job by Ibaka on Leonard, but it's recovered by Aldridge.
And if you ask Leonard, he'll tell you that's a pass, or he at least hopes the San Antonio statistician looks at it that way. But great job by recognizing Aldridge the air ball, one of the toughest plays to rebound.
Andy Green opening up on Durant. Parker able to keep it alive off that steal attempt by Westbrook. Here's Parker getting inside. Duncan battling, but Durant comes away with it. Westbrook. Aldridge able to get back to prevent the drive. Durant, full three. We're just underway here in San Antonio. Game number 5. Duncan set it up for Aldridge. And the foul. So Aldridge will head to the line. The foul is committed by Ibaka.
And great job by Duncan. But Adams, look at Adams' warm-up, guys. Most guys are shooting. Look at Cantor shooting. Other guys are stretching. I don't know if that's a football drill. We used to push coaches' buddies. And right now, that's why he gets warmed up playing physical. Because his game is to wrestle you, to muck it up inside, and to make sure it's terrible for you as an offensive player because you're just getting worn down all game.
He is one of those guys, if he's on your team, you love him.
Yes, and if he's not, then you despise him.
Aldridge trying to put moves on Ibaka, an off-balance shot. Aldridge held in check in game 4. He had the 2 sensational games 1 and 2. That counts on the foul. Westbrook with the field goal, got the roll, and he will head to the line.
And this is what Coach Pop is worried about. This is a fast break, ladies and gentlemen. He just backs his way up into the post, a la Mark Jackson, Barkley, and others that used to just, that the reason why that 5-second rule was changed for. Westbrook gets into that spot, can overpower most point guards, and knock down the bucket.
3-point play for Westbrook. Foul was picked up by Tony Parker. So the Thunder off to a 7-2 lead. Parker with the step. And they lose it. Turnover's a problem the other night. Here's Westbrook down the lane and at the last instant changed his mind and tried to get it to Durant.
Marv, one of the reasons why I love Westbrook so much is he doesn't allow the outside to come in. That play, he allowed the outside to come in because he could have dunked that from the free throw line, but he wanted to make sure he get other players involved. He needs to score at will, pass at will. Don't let us tell him, don't let anyone else tell him what to do besides his coaches on the sideline and play his game.
Here's Duncan putting the move on Adams. The tip. And we get a whistle. Loose ball foul. And it is on Adams, who does not like the call. Picks up his first.
Yeah, Adams wondering what's going on. I didn't necessarily see that in there.
And now it looks like the official, John Goebel, is making a change.
Loose ball foul, he says.
Loose ball foul has been changed to number 12 in white. Marcus Aldridge.
Well, they confused the numbers. Aldridge is called for the foul instead of Adams, both wearing number 12. Westbrook. Strong move by Russell Westbrook.
So hard to stop. That's what he needs to do. You have the advantage. You're one of the probably the most athletic point guard that this game has seen. Score at will. You see right here, he gets the pick. Make sure he goes against it. Gets inside against the San Antonio D. Finishes strong.
Welcome back to San Antonio. OKC with a 9-2 lead. Tim Duncan felt let down after Game 4, not only by the Spurs' loss and his failure to score, but his inability to impact the game on either end of the court. On defense, he was way too slow on the pick and roll, and on offense, he seemed to get in the way of LaMarcus Aldridge and Kawhi Leonard, and he could not box out either Enes Kanter or Steven Adams. I talked to Coach Popovich before the game. He said, we'll start him, but it all depends what happens in the game. He could play 12 minutes like he did last game, or he could play 27 like he did in Game 2. Mark?
All right, Craig, Aldridge not able to hit. So San Antonio on 10 possessions, 1 for 7 from the field, and they've turned it over 3 times. They ended up in the fourth quarter the other night just 7 for 21, only 16 points. Westbrook trying to get it down low. It's picked off by Leonard. It's a 3-on-2. Green is open for 3 and comes up short. On the back tap, it's handled by Westbrook.
Westbrook actually should have shot that last shot. He can shoot it, will play his game. He can knock those shots down, even though he missed that right there. You still have to know your personnel, who can catch it, who can't on the move, and who can finish for you.
Heading back to the subject of Tim Duncan, scoreless for the first time in his playoff career the other night. in Game 4, and this is 250th career playoff game. Kawhi Leonard gets the bounce.
And you're right, so much has been made of Tim Duncan not playing so well in the last game, but anytime you have 4 fouls to start off, to get off to a bad rhythm, it's hard to get back in. Look for it to change tonight.
Westbrook tried the lob. It had to be saved by Adams. Shot clock to 5. Durant, offensive foul. Adams tried to clear it out, and he's called for the foul.
And you know what? When I talk about OKC, when I think about them besides the dynamic duo of Westbrook and Durant, I think about how they started with the Perkins, with the Harden, when their calling card was defense. And that's what Adams, Collison, that's even what Cantor brings inside with his offensive rebounding. Look at OKC to get back to their identity of defense first.
Aldridge met by the double. Leonard, played by Robertson, pounding it. Shot clock running down. Here's Green for 3. Yes! And that has to feel good for San Antonio. He's been hot during the course of the playoffs. He's had some big games from three-point range. Was only able to attempt just 1 3 the other night. Adams off the double. What a shot by Steven Adams, going to the reverse.
What a move. I'm trying to stay calm over here because Adams definitely gets me pumped up, but the way that he adjusted midair, didn't think he was going to be able to finish that nice touch.
The screen set by Aldridge. Leonard. Back come the Thunder. Robertson wide open, not able to hit from downtown. He is 1 for 13 from three-point range in the playoffs. Here's Parker, nowhere to go, broken up by Robertson, and it will be San Antonio ball.
And as you see that deflection by Robertson, the only thing I'd say on the last play is just finish it strong, shoot it up. But here, this is how you finish strong. Find your way inside over the outstretched arms of Leonard for the nice flip here.
So Greg Popovich stays with Tim Duncan for the first 5 minutes and now sends on Boris Diaw. Dion Waiters, one of the heroes off the bench for the Thunder the other night. Just checked in.
And if you're Diaw, you want to make sure that you keep the ball out past the three-point line ball handle, so Adams has to stay out as well.
Ginobili, who just checked in, hits from downtown. And as Greg Popovich was telling us earlier, they need contributions from the bench. They did not get it in Game 4 Sunday night. The steal by Parker, chased by Ibaka. Parker knew it was Ibaka chasing him down, did not take any chances.
Very wise. Popovich told him, when Ibaka's in, do not keep your penetration, take it out.
Diaw lost it, and at midcourt a foul as Westbrook was hit. It is on Parker. And it's team foul number 4 committed by San Antonio.
You see right here, Parker tries to go for the steal there, the foul, and we talked about the OKC, we talked about San Antonio bench showing up. It'll be interesting to see if Waiters and others can play like they did in Game 4 to keep their bench moving as well.
5:09 remaining in the first. Game 5 of this best of 7. Time for Cold Hard Facts presented by Coors Light. We look back on the first 4 games of this series. Game 1, a blowout led by LaMarcus Aldridge with 38 points. Game 2, big games for Westbrook and Durant. OKC wins here in San Antonio. Game 3, San Antonio led by Kawhi Leonard, able to defeat the Thunder. And then Game 4, the Thunder come right back, led by Kevin Durant with his 41 points in a spectacular fourth quarter. Here's Waiters to the bucket.
You're an OKC fan. You love seeing that from Waiters. Usually how this offense goes is how he goes, getting other guys involved. And OKC is 4-0 in the playoffs when they have 5 or plus more players have 10 plus points. Great to see that by Waiters getting an early good start.
And had a huge game the other night. 7 of 11, 2 from downtown, 17 points. Just did beat the shot clock. Home court has not necessarily been an advantage thus far. The split in Oklahoma City, split here in San Antonio, and Russell Westbrook has opened up by hitting 3 of his first 4 shots.
And that just shows you how well OKC has played in this series. I mean, San Antonio loses one game at home all season, you would think you don't have a chance to win in the playoffs at home. OKC coming in and not stealing one, coming in and taking one.
Here's Patty Mills. Yes.
Patty Mills.
San Antonio looking for much better ball distribution than we saw on Sunday night. They had just 12 assists for the game. Not their usual style. Ginobili is blocked by Robertson. Ginobili gives it up. This is Anderson who just checked in, and he is running to. Or is the foul the other way? No, it is on Waiters of Oklahoma City. Kyle Anderson played briefly the other night, 5-6 minutes, and came up with 3 steals.
He got his hands in the passing lanes. He got a couple of steals, was active, and he needs to give Kawhi Leonard a break. Kawhi Leonard, a great player on both ends of the floor, expands a lot of energy defensively. Anderson coming in, checking Durant, helping him save some of that energy to the fourth quarter.
And Enes Kanter and Randy Foye, both significant the other night, have both come on as David West is able to hit from in close.
And look for West to be more aggressive tonight. He was disappointed in himself with a couple open shots that he missed in game 4. Kanter must take it upon himself to still try to dominate the boards, but also dominate defensively with his size and position.
Durant 1 for 4 at this point. West aggressive with Durant, who has to give it up. Shot clock is down to 3. And Waiters stepped out of bounds. Greg Popovich telling us before the game that after missed shots, we, the Spurs, have to have a better pace. We have to run. We were not doing that on Sunday night.
Taking a page out of OKC's book. Both of these are good half-court teams. As you see, Dion try to go in there and try to score, but off of misses, you want to push it. Not push it to score to be helter-skelter, but to push it to peruse, see if you have anything. If not, pull it back out.
Now Anderson is defending on Durant. Anderson, a second-year man from UCLA. Durant got the step, and he threw it away. Bad pass.
And that's what you want to do. As you see, Durant says, come get the ball, but the last play, Ginobili stays on that strong hand, and what happens then? Waiters, feet a little bit too big stepping on that line.
His feet were too big. I said,
give him an excuse.
7th turnover committed by the Thunder. Here's Diaw working down low beautifully on Parker. 6 unanswered by the Spurs, and they lead for the first time tonight.
Over one of the best post defenders we have in this game in Ibaka. Just a smart play by Diaw, who's more than capable of scoring inside, but usually loves to be a decoy, getting other guys involved.
Waiters played by Mills, lost him on a pick and a foul. Against the Spurs, it is on Diaw.
Here you see Diaw right here, just gets in the post. You know he's against the shot blocker, so what do? You change your cadence, make sure that you give him a little hesitation move off the glass.
Spurs over the foul limit. Waiters will shoot 2. Well, you can watch enhanced coverage with multiple camera angles of tonight's game only on TNT Overtime. Go NBA.com/TNT Overtime for details. Steven Adams will come back, replacing Serge Ibaka. Dion Waiters played a couple of years for the Cavaliers. 5-year man out of Syracuse. Averaged 10 points during the regular season, had his ups and downs. He did shoot 36% from three-point range.
In the midst of redefining his career, he's come in as a 2-point scorer, known to be a scorer. He's had to learn now not just to be engaged defensively, but to be responsible with the shots, but also get other guys involved because he's such a great ball handler.
Foul is called on Waiters. So that's 2 on Waiters, 4th team foul on Oklahoma City. And Waiters had something to say in the direction of Monty McCutcheon.
Yeah, and after he said it, he better leave it alone before Monty decides that that's enough and penalizes his team.
Durant comes out to defend on Ginobili. Here's Mills, kicks it out. West. Minute and a half remaining in this first quarter. Durant trying to spin on Ginobili. Ginobili stays with him. Durant cross court for Canada. They swing it. This is Foye for 3. Foye hit A significant three the other night in game 4. West is open.
West is going to have that shot all night, and if he misses 20 in a row, he needs to take 20 in a row because of the spacing that it gives to his team.
Whoa, Durant throwing it off glass.
The circus is in town with the circus shot. He has to just laugh and smile himself. He practices those shots. But wow, just threw that up there and got it off the glass.
And he did throw it.
Yeah, he flipped it. He got rid of it. Hot potato.
Mills off the handoff. Nice setup. Diao not able to take advantage. Oklahoma City by 3. Final minute of the first quarter. Durant from way downtown.
I love the way that Westbrook started off by getting other guys involved, and when Durant went to the bench, he started getting it. As you see right there, Ginobili trying to get involved. The second part of the quarter now belongs to Durant. Seems like Coach Donovan has found a balance to let both players score when they need and get others involved.
7 unanswered points for the Thunder. There is a 4-second differential. Game clock, shot clock. Durant on a crossover. Rebound, Cantor came up with air. Final seconds. Mills hustles it down. Finds Anderson. And was fouled, but after the buzzer.
Cantor with the great rebound, and that's what they need to do. Try to dominate the boards like they've done all year.
San Antonio missing on its last 5 shots of the quarter. Thunder go 8 for 19. Spurs just 7 for 22. And it's a 6-point Oklahoma City lead. Antonio, it's time for the Ford Coaches Corner. Moments ago, Craig Sager with Thunder head coach Billy Donovan.
Well, coach, the good and the bad. You have a 6-point lead, but 7 turnovers. Are they part of the pace of the game or just careless?
No, we got to do a better job. We've had some carelessness with the ball, but you're exactly right. Our defense has been good, but we got to get shots up to the basket. If we don't make them, we get a chance to offensive rebound.
No looks by Kawhi Leonard towards the basket. What are you guys doing defensively against him?
Well, we're doing a good job of covering for each other, but it's only 1 quarter. We'll have to maintain that kind of intensity because he's certainly going to continue to be aggressive.
Thanks, Ryan. Thank you, Narv.
All right, Craig, and the Thunder +6 off the boards to this point, a 16-10 advantage for Oklahoma City. Nice move by Durant.
And if you are San Antonio, you want to get to the line. Right now, you have no free throw attempts. OKC is getting to the line, 5 free throw attempts, and no fast break points. That means OKC is controlling the pace because they have 7.
9 unanswered for Oklahoma City, and again, Leonard is off. Kawhi 1 for 4 from the field.
And Cantor is sucking up every rebound in there, so no extra opportunities for the Spurs.
Waiters lost the handle. Recovered by Adams. Brown wanted a foul on Adams. Waiters. Cantor for 3. Hit a 3 the other night. Cantor with the rebound. And another possession for the Thunder.
Durant demands the ball right there, and he's going to get into that post-up position with the shorter Patty Mills.
Brown wanted an offensive foul on Durant as he shoved Mills. And we get a whistle. See what the call is here. It is against Oklahoma City. Goes on Adams away from the ball.
And it's so funny watching West just hold his hands to himself saying, I didn't get a foul, as you see that little flip runner there by Durant. But West, who received the technical there in game 4, says, listen, I wasn't part of that. And Adams is saying, what did I do? I'm just strong in the paint. I didn't do anything.
Second personal on Adams. 9 straight points for the Thunder. The last 7 of the 9 scored by Kevin Durant. Cantor defending on West. Ginobili uses the pick. Fires to Diao. Not able to hit from downtown. Comes to Mills, and he knocks it down.
When you can't rebound, tip it out, keep it alive. A la Ben Wallace, and that's right there what West did. He can't, he's undersized inside, got a fingertip on it, tipped it out. Patty Mills knocks it down.
And Mills putting pressure on Waiters, has to give it up to Adams, and Adams moves it across. 2 minutes in, second quarter. Marv Albert, Chris Webber, Craig Sager, Waiters. Crowd looking for a travel. A very active crowd here tonight.
This crowd is very hype in here.
And West running to. So the foul on Oklahoma City.
Tough one right there on Waiters. It looked like Waiters got that clean coming through, sneaking in that passing lane. And now when you're a player and you're playing tough and you're trying to stay involved, but you get your third foul and you're going to see that bench for 9 minutes, including halftime. Just so frustrating as a player.
Russell Westbrook checks back in, coming on for Dion Waiters. Marcus Aldridge returns for San Antonio. Leonard played by Durant. Here's Leonard making the turn, goes to the hook and banks it home.
And it looks like he stretches out just as far as Kareem did because his arms are just as long as Kareem, even though he isn't as tall, but just palms it in those mitts, beautiful off the glass.
Not quite a sky hook, but close. That's an offensive foul on Westbrook.
Offensive foul.
Westbrook with his second, and that is his fourth turnover. Offensive foul is a turnover. Here's that move by Leonard.
So beautiful, one of the most difficult shots, even though Kareem made it look so elegant. The full sky hook.
Danny Green back in. He did hit a three earlier. 6-point Oklahoma City lead. Mills and Green in the backcourt. Tim Duncan has returned. Duncan, Aldridge, and Leonard on the front line. Foy defending Green. Aldridge played by Ibaka. Single coverage. Here's Aldridge. Ball knocked away from Cannon. Good play by Duncan. Finds Mills in the corner. Steps away to Leonard down low.
Great box out by Duncan that time, allowing Leonard to get the dunk, not allowing Cantor to try to get the block shot on that play.
And that's a good sign for the Spurs with Duncan getting involved. Durant fires from the corner. Mills takes. Leonard puts the move on Durant. Not able to take advantage of Durant. Fell down, and Leonard with the steal, able to score to bring the Spurs within two. Billy Donovan will take a timeout. We are early in the second. The Spurs bouncing back with 6 consecutive points, all 6 by Kawhi Leonard. Westbrook throws it. Durant, yes! Harden for 3.
Brilliant stuff here watching.
And that will do it. The celebration has begun. Here we are in game number 6. And Leonard with the stuff. Ginobili for 3. The San Antonio Spurs on their way to the NBA Finals. Well, the Thunder and Spurs have had 2 highly contested series in the past, both in Western Conference Finals in 2012 and 2014.
Wow, some great highlights. We saw Westbrook with the Cobatus, the Caesar. He didn't even have any hair then, just a young kid coming into the league, but this series has been intense, and it's not stopping tonight.
It has been a very physical first half. Oklahoma City up by 2 as we resume. Ibaka. He has shot extremely well in this series. That's his first field goal. Recall earlier in the series, he hit 5 threes in a game. But the one stat that stands out the other night, just 1 rebound, which is very unusual. The steal by Durant, chased down by Leonard, and he took it away from behind. A chase down blocked by Kawhi Leonard on Kevin Durant, and now they say a foul. He made contact. Still, it was pretty impressive.
It was impressive. Look at him getting the passing lane. I thought Kawhi had fouled him a few times before then. It looks like maybe it was clean on the shot, but he definitely was fouled before. But OKC's defense, not just the deflection, but the steal by Durant. You know, last game, my old AU coach called me and said he saw the maturity of Durant because he wore it for 4 quarters, defensively and offensively. And look at this acknowledgement right here from Durant, like, good play. I know we're going hard at each other, but I think we've seen the maturity, not just of Durant, because he could score, he could do other things, but his complete game is coming in to view now because he's doing it on the defensive end.
Nice touch by Kevin.
Yeah.
Durant hits 1 of 2 at the line. Leonard with his first foul of the night. OKC up by 5. Pass intended for Leonard. Here comes Durant. Durant takes all the way. Greener's on. Ibaka back. Leonard accepts the challenge.
Tim Duncan is not going to get credit in the stat sheet, but that layup was missed. That Duncan tip was missed because he went up and challenged it. Let his teammates do the rest, finishing on the break.
Kawhi Leonard heating up. He scored the last 8 points now for San Antonio. Cantor stripped by Leonard. Parker met by Robertson. Duncan trying to set a pick and then goes to the post. 5 minutes gone by in the third. Leonard for 3. Westbrook met by Green. Looks to back his way. This is game number 5 of the best of 7 Western Conference semi-final series, even at 2. Game 6 back in Oklahoma City on Thursday night. Parker had nowhere to go, forced the issue, and it was deflected out of bounds. Last touched by Cantor.
There's Cantor inside again, just playing good position defense as you see Parker take another spill on the floor multiple times already in this first half.
Duncan not even looking for the shot. Series of moves by Aldridge, draws the foul. It is on Ibaka.
Kawhi Leonard took a spill there at the top of the key, and Aldridge making sure that he gets the shot blocker Ibaka up in the air. You don't want to give shot blocker space. That's where they flourish. You want to get into their chest, give them a pump fake, see if you can get them a foul.
2 shots.
2 shots for LaMarcus Aldridge, a career-high 86% at the line during the regular season. Look at the upcoming series schedule. As I mentioned, Game 6 Thursday night in Oklahoma City. That'll be seen on ESPN, 8:30 Eastern Time start. And Game 7, if necessary, will be Sunday back here in San Antonio. And if that does take place, it'll be right here on TNT. Greg Popovich was saying earlier that we have to be better off the boards. We were in games 1 and 3 and won those games. Thunder had the edge in games 2 and 4, and they won those games. And the Thunder, the #1 rebounding team in the league during the regular season and #1 offensive rebounding team. Durant, the tip missed.
What's so tough about stopping OKC on the boards is they have the best rebounding guard in the game, and Westbrook, who follows up his shots like Dominique used to do, except he just doesn't tip Duncan.
Aldridge is off. Robinson was able to get to it. Here comes Westbrook. Westbrook puts the speed on, nowhere to go, but he draws the foul.
Transition defense, Coach Popovich said, is the key, because when you have a locomotive, a train coming at you full speed like Westbrook, so hard to stop. He's going to get the foul, the benefit of the doubt, most of the time.
That fight that Kawhi just showed is what everybody's got to do in every rebound. Don't look at anybody for anything. Don't expect, don't ask, make it happen.
And Chris, Spurs players, including the coaching staff, said after Game 4 that the Thunder out-toughed them, especially in the 4th quarter. And Greg Popovich with an early warning here, although they've been right in there, just a 1-point Oklahoma City lead, and Kawhi Leonard beginning to show some signs after the 0 for 5 of the 4th quarter the other night.
That was a grown man rebound and takeaway. He went to Ibaka, the tallest player, a bigger player, and just took it from him and just dunked him. When you look at OKC right now, their defense, they're playing so well, but their 11 turnovers is the problem that's allowing San Antonio to stay in the game. They need to take care of the ball a little bit more.
Anthony Morrow getting some time, has not played very much during the course of this series, but Dion Waiters on the bench after picking up a 3rd foul, and Morrow a dangerous 3-point shooter.
And Morrow's going to have to make sure he communicates. He's going to be switched off to Leonard. All 10 points for Leonard have come inside the paint. And
Here is Leonard again going across the paint and able to hit on the scoop.
18 points in the paint for San Antonio, 12 for Leonard. That just shows you what he's concentrating on, trying to get the easy bucket so that basket will open up and allow him to knock him down from three.
This is Morrow looking for the two-pointer. Parker puts the speed on, and he beat Robertson off the dribble. San Antonio up by 1. Kevin Durant getting set to check back in. Westbrook, yes. Russell Westbrook shooting very well here in the first half. 4 for 7. The other night, looking to involve teammates. He did have 15 assists, but shot just 5 of 18 from the field. Duncan, crowd wants it to go at Adams, and he does, not able to bank it home.
Looking forward to seeing if Tim Duncan faces up, pump fakes and drive, because you know he can knock it down off the glass, or if Adams calls his bluff and say go ahead and shoot one off the glass and allows Tim to get involved.
But Duncan, who did not attempt a shot the other night, 0 for 2 here tonight, and that's a double dribble. So the ball back to San Antonio.
12 turnovers for OKC, but Marv, you said it correctly. He turns the speed on. He just switches speed and direction in the same time, and so hard for a good defender to stop.
Westbrook with 5 turnovers.
And Marv, I think 3 of those was him being unselfish, trying to get guys involved when if he would have taken the shot. But that's the dilemma right now. When do you trust your other players? When do you take it yourself, especially when you have the advantage almost every play on offense, as Westbrook does?
Parker, yes. Kevin Durant is back. Durant, Adams, and Ibaka up front. Cantor getting set to check back in. Open shot. And Russell Westbrook able to nail the three-pointer. So he has 14 in this first half.
And credit to Ibaka. That's what he can do off the pick and roll. That guy that sets it, he or Aldridge, doesn't have to shoot it when they receive it back, even if they're open, because rotation is coming to him to be the wide-open man in the corner.
Aldridge spinning his way. Nice fake on Ibaka. Marcus Aldridge off to a slow start. He was 1 for his previous 7. The game is tied at 36. Good job by Leonard to get the ball out of Durant's hand, but Durant finding Ibaka, who knocks down a 3. Duncan with the stuff. That had to feel very good for Tim Duncan.
When you can't score and you've been frustrated, the best feeling in the world is to get a dunk and to take it out on the rim, let your nerves calm down, slow down, and now you can get back to doing what you do in the post, which is get buckets.
There's the lob. Misplayed. The ball back to San Antonio. That lob thrown off the mark. The Thunder up by 1. A timeout with 2:38 remaining in this first half. Tim Duncan with his first field goal in 2 games.
San Antonio, where OKC leads by 1. We heard Pop to implore his team to do the little things. Well, this is the little thing. That's a grown man steal. Not giving up on the play, getting back in the play by Kawhi Leonard, helping a teammate out on the double team. And here, just taking the contact, trying to finish. Kawhi Leonard 6 for 11, getting it done inside.
Spurs have hit 5 of their last 6 shots. Oklahoma City now 13 turnovers committed. 6 by Westbrook. Thunder up by 1. Here is Parker. And with the, rather Robertson with the rebound. Westbrook met by Leonard. Durant over Duncan.
High pick and roll has been so effective for both teams tonight, whether it's been Durant or Westbrook scoring, or whether it's been getting the ball to Ibaka in that little pocket, letting him facilitate to the corners.
2 minutes.
Cantor defending on Aldridge. Oh, Aldridge with a pretty turnaround. He now has 8 points.
Pop's a little upset on the sideline, saying it's a little physical on his end, and he wants the same thing on the other end. But right now, OKC still needs to be efficient, not only with their shot selection, but with their passing.
Durant with the runner, and the tip by Adams. 3-point lead for the Thunder. Just under a minute and a half remaining in this first half. It's game 5 of the best of 7. The series even at 2 apiece. And Leonard has hacked Cantor, and Robertson tried to slap it away. And the foul is called. It is on Robertson, his second. Nick Collison now will check in for the first time to provide a breather for Steven Adams. Leaves with 6 points, 5 rebounds.
San Antonio tonight wanted to put Kevin Durant in the pick and roll. It takes a little bit off of you physically, also mentally, because you have to chase Kawhi Leonard. But having Robertson on that floor allows Durant to check someone else that doesn't allow as much offensive pressure.
The hours come on for Duncan. Shot clock at 5. Kawhi Leonard with 14 points.
Don't know how he got that shot up and was able to pause to make sure he got his follow through. Great job.
Pass intended for Cantor. Ends up in the hands of Durant. Try to squeeze his way through. Rebounded by Aldridge. San Antonio in possession. They're down by a point. Leonard for 3. Yes! He had a sensational season shooting the 3 at 45% among the leaders. He's scored 15 of his 17 here in the second quarter. Westbrook not able to score. And now Greg Popovich takes a timeout, 22nd timeout, with a 6-second differential. They have 19 on the shot clock, 24 and a half remaining in this first half. Back in a moment.
Back to OKC where there's some physical play. Look right there, the 2 forearms by Cantor. Aldridge knocks it down, but Popovich is saying, listen, do you see how physical it is down there? He can't use his shoulder. The referee says, no, it's just good basketball. Let these guys play.
It's been a strong second quarter for the Spurs. They've outscored the Thunder 29-21. 15 of those points by Kawhi Leonard. And now Billy Donovan calls a timeout. He took a look at how the Spurs came out of their timeout, so he'll talk it over. Spurs up by 2. The American Express halftime report. Matt Weiner, Kenny Smith, Charles Barkley in our Atlanta studios. Take a look back at this first half and a look around the league, getting their thoughts on Steph Curry winning a second consecutive MVP and won it for the first time in the history of the award unanimously.
Wow.
And what a performance last night in the victory over the Blazers. Parker backs it up on Robertson. Shot clock down to 4. Green for 3. Yes. 7 seconds left in the half. San Antonio opens up a 5-point lead. They do have the foul to give. Westbrook fires up a 3, and that is the end of the first half as the Spurs connect on 9 of the last 11 shots and feeling much better about themselves coming off what took place in that fourth quarter here on Sunday night. Kawhi Leonard, 17 points, the high man for San Antonio, 14 for Westbrook, 12 for Durant. An 8-0 San Antonio run the last minute and a half. We'll take a quick break and then to Atlanta for the American Express halftime with Matt, Kenny, and Charles. Back in San Antonio, it is Game 5. The series all tied at 2. A 5-point lead for the Spurs as we head to the second half. Marv Albert, Chris Webber, and Craig Sager, and a solid first half for San Antonio after the slow start. They end up shooting 46%, 12 assists, which matches their entire total for game number 4. And they've certainly cut down on turnovers, just 6, while Oklahoma City with 13 turnovers in that opening half. Greg Popovich has been looking for more physical play from his team, and that is exactly what he got in the first half.
Last year he said, we want some nasty. Right now he's just asking for intensity from his team, and a lot of this is done by not only Tim Duncan and guys getting in the paint, but in the second quarter, San Antonio outscored OKC 18-4 in the paint, 12 of those points by Leonard, and that speaks to the toughness. Just give me that, take it away, inspiring your team, and doing it on the other end defensively as well. Bringing that nasty back, showing that intensity, San Antonio.
Oklahoma City shoots 41%, 16 of 39. Again, they have the edge off the boards, but you see San Antonio in terms of points in the paint. On the other hand, Spurs have gone to the line only twice, and that is not a good sign. That's a problem the other night. Let's check in with Craig.
Well, I talked to Billy Donovan. He said Russell Westbrook is walking that thin line. Am I shooting too much? Am I not shooting enough? He said there's several opportunities that perhaps he could have shot some more, but he thought he was being very efficient. He said the turnovers are just opportunities that we can't score. And that's the biggest thing. He said I'd love to pick up the pace, try to move a lot quicker. Told Russell Westbrook he has the green light, but you got to stop turning the ball over.
All right, thank you, Craig. Westbrook is 5 for 10, including 1 3-pointer. He has 14 points. He's the high man for the Thunder, but he's turned it over 6 times. That's too shy of his playoff career high. Durant 5 for 14 shooting. He has 12 points, and Kawhi Leonard leading the way for San Antonio with 17. Here is Aldridge off the pick from Duncan.
The first half, San Antonio missed a lot of wide open jump shots, especially by their big men. Let's see if those guys got in the locker room, calm down, and can knock those down. Aldridge starting the second half by doing that.
Going back to the second quarter, 10 consecutive points by the Spurs. Green able to bat it away. Shot clock is down to 5 as Westbrook moves back to the front court. Westbrook pulls it up, gives it up. Robertson.
So Marv, Westbrook is 5 for 10. He can score whenever he wants, one of the most physically imposing players we have. Why would he pass it to a guy in the corner that's 1 for 13 from three-point line? That's because people are in his head. He's the best. Just go to work. When you're that good, just play your game. Trust yourself.
Parker not able to hit. I agree with that point. He has come out again with the mentality of deferring, giving the ball up. This time a spinning jumper and hits.
That's what I'm talking about, because he's so physically imposing. He's much bigger, much stronger than Tony Parker. Parker uses his quickness, and when in doubt for Westbrook, you shoot it in your spot or get it to Kevin Durant.
Robertson up on Leonard. Adams over to help. Leonard with the jumper.
It seems as if he's getting his legs back, Mark. Fourth quarter, game 4, really flat. Even on the jumpers today, a little bit flat. Getting the bounce, second half, starting it off.
And remember, he went down hard.
Yes.
And we weren't sure if he was injured as Durant is fouled, but he went 0 for 5, did not score the last 15, 16 minutes of the game on Sunday night.
You know, it was interesting, Marv. You and I talked about it, but multiple players said that was the loudest game that they had been in or they had seen in OKC, and I agree. In my many years, that's one of the loudest environments, and that'll tend to take some energy out of you if you are the road team.
Yeah, Kevin Durant was the first to say he never heard it as loud as it was in Oklahoma City the other night. Now, that's saying a lot.
Yes, it is.
Kevin Durant now 2 of 3 at the line. Bleacher Report on Instagram posting, as you know, Chris, knee slappers and the coolest sports content before anyone else. Join millions of others and follow Bleacher Report on Instagram now. It's a 5-point San Antonio lead.
See if San Antonio gets back to that pick and roll, trying to get guys on the move, whether Kawhi or Tony Parker penetrated.
Parker pops it out. Aldridge straight away. Westbrook on the pull-up. Handled on the back tap by Westbrook. Aldridge closing on Ibaka, not allowing that three-point possibility. Now Ibaka off the drive. Swept by Adams, and he's stripped and a foul. Leonard tried to bat it out of his hands. Duncan hit the deck at the same time, and Leonard is called for his second.
And Duncan ended up behind the stance and said, how did I get pushed this far? But look at that, over the rim, controlling the paint, Mr. Adams.
Durant met by Green. Durant. Parker for Green on the drive. Oh, it's rejected, but it counts. A goaltend called on Andre Robertson.
San Antonio, before the game, said their main focus was to rebound. As you see, the ball hits the glass. That's why it's called the goaltend. The main focus of San Antonio was to try to control the boards, so to be in the rebounding game. And secondly, on any miss by OKC, push it up, see if you can get an easy basket. If not, pull it back out.
Cross-court pass picked off by Aldridge. Feeds it ahead for Parker. Parker on the drive to the reverse. The Thunder will talk it over. Biggest lead of the night for the Spurs. They're up by
9. Basketball has taught me a lot, on and off the court. Doing things the right way and working hard and giving it your all.
The discipline, the hard work, not only does it apply to basketball, but also it applies for the rest of your life. Join the team. Register now at juniornba.com.
Back in San Antonio, led by Kawhi Leonard, who has 19 points. San Antonio in the midst of a red-hot shooting spree. They started the game just 12 for 35 from the field. They have hit 13 of their last 17 shots over the last 9 minutes of play. Durant feeding down low. Adams misses on a reverse. Adams blocked by Green, and it's deflected out of bounds. Last touch by Adams.
Talk about San Antonio getting back into the game. The Spurs have 30 points in the paint to the Thunder's 14, and they're also leading in second chance points 8-6, even though they're being out-rebounded. And if you're a Spurs fan, those are the type of stats you want to hear.
Leonard lost it off his foot, recovered by Green, who fires it for three! That was a shot put style three-pointer for Danny Green. He's hit 3 of 4 from beyond the three-point line. Westbrook blocked and a foul. Meanwhile, Oklahoma City has missed on 10 of its last 12 shot attempts.
Who gets the assist on this play? Maybe Kawhi, because he kicked it off his foot, but Green just knocks it down. And look at the bench. You think they want this game? And I hope that some big fellas are out there, whether in the NBA, in college, and high school, watching Westbrook, because he's going to show you how to dominate in the post, because that's what he's been doing tonight.
The foul on Duncan, putting Westbrook at the line. But how about Danny Green? Just 0 for 3 in game 4, attempted only 1 three-pointer, as Oklahoma City did an excellent job on Green, but he'd had the hot hand in game 2, hit 3 threes. Fantastic game 1. He was 6 for 7, including 5 three-pointers. Aldridge sets the screen. Green for 3. Yes!
Coach Popovich yelled at Aldridge and told him to put Green on the same side of the floor, as you see the foul right there on Westbrook.
Tony Parker upset about the call. He is hit with his 3rd. And the Spurs quickly collect their 4th team foul.
Wow. Play on.
The non-shooting foul, and now a foul that'll send Westbrook to the line. And it puts San Antonio over the limit. That is on Kawhi Leonard, his 3rd personal. Russell Westbrook 5 for 5 at the line, an 82% free throw shooter during the season.
Marv, he's come in and been aggressive Pop is trying to calm Tony down over there, but these are the playoffs. Even Pop knows that, hold on, let me get him. You save your energy, conserve your energy. But Westbrook, I take the second half Westbrook over the first half Westbrook anytime, because he's saying, oh, this is what you want, huh? I'll give it to you.
Yes, he's come out offensive geared.
Yes.
In the first half, looking to give it up. Duncan working the post on Adams. Nice spin. Not able to finish, but he was pushed. The foul committed by Steven Adams. That is his third. But just having Duncan as a threat is so helpful to the Spurs. And even though it's not showing up on the stat line, what we've seen tonight in comparison to what took place in Game 1, it's a dramatic difference.
It is, and just because his reputation precedes him, you're going to go for any pump fake he throws, because you know that he's dropped down a jump hook in front of the best of them.
It's 1 of 2 at the line. San Antonio opens up a 12-point advantage. Donovan has a starting 5 on the floor. Here's Westbrook on the pull-up. Green with the rebound.
San Antonio is fronting Durant, denying him, and then communicating to the next defender to switch.
Foul committed by Westbrook. That is his third.
Great job by Tony Parker, showing the ref that he had a little bit of contact. Better job by Westbrook, not getting frustrated. Only 3 fouls, realized a lot of time to play.
In effect, Tony made certain that he'd hit the deck.
Yeah, exactly.
Leonard. And Westbrook comes down with it. Westbrook, nice feed. Adams is off. And a foul. And the whistles have been very active here at the start of the third quarter. That is number 4 on Parker.
Durant's a little frustrated. He kind of looks back at his coach and puts his hands up like, I want to touch the ball. But San Antonio just did a great job of denying him. And if you're the point guard, you can't wait for him to get open. You can attack. And look, you got your man Adams to the free throw line. But if I'm a defender and I see that Durant is a little bit frustrated, I'm going to keep denying him, because when he gets an open look, you know, chances are more than likely he's going to knock it down.
Adams now 2 of 3 at the line. To this point, Durant just 1 shot attempt in the third quarter. And overall, shooting 5 for 15. So Adams missing on both. The back tap, hustled down by Mills. Patty Mills, who came on for Tony Parker. Mills and Green at the guards. Duncan, Aldridge, and Leonard up front. Aldridge. Duncan kept it alive, and they have another possession. Here's Duncan on the drive. He was looking for a foul call.
Yeah, he tried to get the foul over making the shot. A smart play when you're going at a shot blocker. The refs just didn't go for it that time.
Here's Durant with the stuff off the lead from Westbrook, and Rick Popovich takes a timeout. Just under 6 minutes remaining in the third. It is a 10-point lead for San Antonio. It's time for the stat of the night, presented by Corona Extra. Chris, perhaps the stat of the season in terms of dramatics in what has been another remarkable year by the MVP. Steph Curry returns last night at Portland after sitting out about 3 weeks. Was not supposed to play as long as he did, but Sean Livingston hit with the 2 T's, ends up with 40 points, a playoff record, 17 in overtime. Just an incredible performance as Leonard is able to bank it home. And today the official announcement, unanimous MVP. How about Draymond Green saying that the Blazers are done?
He's already guaranteeing games.
Adams on the follow.
I do thank Livingston, though, for getting that technical and getting out of there, putting Coach Kerr in a difficult situation and lift that minute restriction off Curry and let Curry go crazy and show us why he's the unanimous MVP. Teamwork.
It'll be intriguing to see how he comes out of that game, playing that much time. Here's Cantor. I know that Steve Kerr's Cantor knocks it down. Said that he's leaving the house, but yes, Steph will start tomorrow night. But you wonder what the after effects will be.
Yeah, the after effects could be there, maybe a little lethargic, but you have to love Kerr trusting his players, listening to them, and then also putting them on that minutes restriction. But just a lot of trust on that team. As you see, it's a lot of trust on this San Antonio team. Getting it to Aldridge, letting them finish inside strong. San Antonio continues to score in the paint. 32 points in the paint for San Antonio.
Aldridge feeling the contact from Cantor.
Gets away with a little bit of a hook there, but I think because Popovich made such a big deal about that forearm in the first half of Cantor, they both get away with a little extra physical play there in the paint.
Three-point play for LaMarcus Aldridge. He has 13. San Antonio by 11 as we come up on 4.5 remaining here in the third. Westbrook kicks it out. Cantor for three. Down goes Adams and a foul. Now David West in the area looking innocently over at the officiating crew, and it is out west.
The only reason why I don't believe plays like that when a guy that's 270, 300 flies is because look at this with Westbrook. You're not going to fly that hard with West. Now, it is a physical play, and it's probably a foul. But anytime you see a guy 300 pounds flailing, no one's in the league is that strong to lift him off his feet and do that.
Well, Steven Adams will say lost his balance.
That's true. And if I'm his teammate, I totally agree.
He's missed his last 3 free throws. A new competition series featuring high-flying dunk action is coming to TNT. The Dunk King premieres after Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. So Adams struggling at the line, but John Goebel, the official, makes a call from the near side. And apparently a foul as they were angling for position or a lane violation. Let's see.
Yeah, West just grabbed Cantor around the neck, and I tell you what, when Pop implored his team in the first half, do anything it takes, that was a foul on West. The crowd here has it wrong, but West is trying anything he can to keep this dominant guys off the line.
And they're saying not a foul though now. Because a lane violation.
Well, West is very lucky he got away with one.
Now it is a foul. Now it is a foul. So 2 more shots for Cantor. Hits his first. Spurs with a 9-point lead. Meanwhile, Oklahoma City, similar to what took place in Game 4, going to the line frequently, 21 free throws. And San Antonio with only 5, which is not a good sign. Westbrook all the way. Mills was trying to backpedal and lost his balance.
Did you see that rebound? He just jumped over a guy that's 6'10". This is the best offensive rebounding point guard in the league, period. One-man fast break, Westbrook.
Aldridge fouled by Cantor.
This is how you rebound big fellas around the world. Take it from a guard. Give me that. Everybody go. Push it. And I'm going to give you a little in and out. Sorry, Patty. You got to go down. Westbrook with the strong finish. And then the gas face.
2 shots for Aldridge. He's 3 for 3 at the line. Here's Ibaka coming on for Adams. Marcus Aldridge was off the charts in games 1 and 2. Game 1, 18 for 23, 38 points. Game 2, 15 for 21, 41 points. So he shot 33 of 44 from the field the first two games. 75% shooting.
And those are shots that you know he can knock down. That 15-foot mid-range, did it for so long in Portland. Continued to do it here in the playoffs for San Antonio.
Westbrook for three. And obviously he has changed philosophically here in the third quarter.
And if you're an OKC fan, you're saying, now for those of you that are out there, oh, Westbrook passes too much, he shoots too much. Well, you tell me which one you want, the one that came in the second half or the one in the first half?
Westbrook with 25 points. Meanwhile, Durant with only 2 shots attempted in this third quarter. Westbrook again for three. And the rebound snatched by Aldridge.
I'm not too disappointed with Durant. Durant scored 17 points, more than the whole San Antonio team did in Game 4 of the fourth quarter. Which reminds me of Joe Dumars and Isaiah, other great duos to say, let me have my turn, then you take over the rest of the time.
Diallo spinning his way on Canner and came up with air. Aldridge was able to field it, but he's fouled.
And I see the frustration by Ibaka there. Ibaka saying, wait a minute, someone had to come over my back for that. But this is what Popovich asked his team for. He said, don't wait for somebody to go get it. Don't expect anyone to go get it. Go get it yourself. Aldridge takes his advice on that play.
LaMarcus Aldridge spending time at the line. He's 5 for 5. Randy Foye will come back, and Kevin Durant will sit down. Randy Foye, after he had played only a total of 9 minutes, hit 2 for 3 on Sunday night, including that key three-point shot.
And I expect him to play a lot more. Peyton, there's a little bit of pressure on the rookie playing here in San Antonio, and Popovich says, come get some rest over here, Leonard, because Durant went to the bench. We're going to save you. Hopefully keep it up offensively. Save you for the fourth to guard one of the best scorers in this game.
Spurs lead by 8. Just under 3 left in the third. Mills now trying to defend on Westbrook. Westbrook with a change of pace. Ibaka diving on the floor to come up with it. Get the new shot clock. This is Dion Waiters, who has not played in quite some time after picking up a third foul. Waiters to the corner to Foye. They swing it. Still plenty of time on the 24. Westbrook from straight away for 3. Takes it down by, no, Anderson let it go. It'll be San Antonio ball.
That's the Waiters, if you're an OKC fan, you want to see. Just a great move, great penetration. He didn't force the shot, moved the ball around, didn't get the shot that they wanted to. But you have to stick with the game plan for Waiters. That's what you want to continue to do. Be a threat, not be a selfish player, not be a guy trying to get your points. Be a threat, whether to pass or to score.
Aldridge going at Ibaka. And then gives it up. Ginobili. They double up. He finds Aldridge. Beautiful pass, but Aldridge cannot finish. Waiters on the drive. To the reverse. The tip missed by Canner. Diallo handles the ball so well. Aldridge making contact. Rebound was overrun, but it's picked off. Mills with the steal. Anderson not even thinking about a shot.
He doesn't want to see that bench. He's making sure he sticks with the game plan.
Aldridge sets the pick for Ginobili. And a travel is called on Ginobili.
Diallo a little indecisive on that play. He didn't know if he should hit the cutter or hit someone else. Tried to get the jump hook. Travel.
So Oklahoma City back in possession. David West over at the scorer's table. He will be waved on. Coming on for Aldridge. LaMarcus Aldridge, 17 points. Shot only 5 for 17, but he's hit 7 of 7 at the line.
Westbrook's out. Now it's Durant's turn to facilitate and to score.
Anderson defending on Durant. Try to split through. Waiters. Durant. Yes.
Marv, when Waiters finds himself, I mean, the way he penetrates, he's uncanny how he gets inside, and he can finish with the best of them, so it's great to see him get Kevin Durant involved. Sometimes your best stars need you to get them easy when they can already make the most difficult shots.
Mills. Good box out by Canner. Oklahoma City within 6. Spurs have missed their last 6 attempts. There's Foy with the catch and shoot for 3. Once again, a big 3 for Randy Foy.
This team only has 2 point guards, even though their positions don't say it. Westbrook and Durant. Durant was the point guard on that play. There's no better ball handlers on this Oklahoma City team than their top duo.
Ginobili working the clock down, 5 of the 24. What a pass. West kicks it out. They swing it. Mills not able to hit from downtown. Final seconds of the third. Here comes Durant. And the ball thrown out of bounds. Very good play by Ginobili, stepping away because Durant was anticipating contact. Just 1 second left in the quarter. Here is Mills from center court. A 12-4 run by the Thunder to end the third over the last 4.5 minutes. The score after 3, the Spurs 72, the Thunder 69. You're watching the NBA playoffs on TNT. Craig Sager with Spurs head coach Greg Popovich.
Coach, you question your team's toughness after the Game 4 loss. How tough do you think they're playing here tonight?
Much better.
It looked like Russell Westbrook was trying to take over them in the third quarter, being more aggressive. How do you defend him here in the fourth?
He's real good at it. That's a tough job.
Chris, I would call that a sideline report walk-off.
You talk about the job that Westbrook did. 11 points, 3 assists, 5 rebounds, and 0 turnovers in that third quarter. He's definitely hard to stop.
Meanwhile, the Spurs without a field goal the last 5 minutes. They've missed their last 7 shots as this fourth quarter gets underway. Oklahoma City in possession now, 6 on the 24. Waiters putting the move on Ginobili. And a foul is called. So once again, Oklahoma City goes to the line. That's the first on Ginobili. Tony Parker is back. Parker and Ginobili at the guards with Leonard, Aldridge, and Diaw up front for San Antonio. The Raiders just did get a piece of that front rim. Well, a look at the upcoming national TV schedule. TNT tomorrow, Game 5, Heat and the Raptors from Toronto, 8 o'clock Eastern time. That series all even at 2 apiece. And Game 5, Blazers and Warriors. That'll be the second of the doubleheader. Thursday, ESPN will have Game 6 between the Spurs and the Thunder starting 8:30 Eastern time. Parker battling for some room, finds Aldridge, and he had Ibaka committed. The foul is on Serge Ibaka.
And there's a good play by Ibaka. He's mad at himself, but you have to go for the pump fake of a guy that was shooting 70% in this series. One of the best knockdown shooters in this game.
Marcus Aldridge, a 5-time All-Star. Originally a first-round pick of the Bulls, spent most of his career as a member of the Portland Trail Blazers. And his signing, one of the reasons that San Antonio Spurs general manager R.C. Buford was named the NBA's Executive of the Year. There's R.C. for the second time over the last 3 years. R.C. in his 25th season with the Spurs. That his last touch by the Thunder.
And you can tell that RC not only believes in drafting and developing talent, but he also believes in bringing in veterans that fit the system that he's created. That's why you have Andre Miller, longtime veteran at the end of that playoff bench. David West, longtime veteran. Kevin Martin, a longtime veteran. He likes doing it the right way, and he wants these older guys to teach the young guys the culture.
R.C. happens to be a graduate of Oklahoma State. This is seen prior to the game, surrounded by his staff receiving the award. He began his career as an assistant coach at Kansas, then made the move to San Antonio as an assistant on Larry Brown's staff. Larry, one-time head coach of the San Antonio Spurs. Here is Parker. And they have really gone cold.
And OKC hasn't necessarily played great this game, but they're still in it. Second leading scorer of Game 4 has the ball right now. Dion Waiters doing a great job of getting guys involved and also attacking the bucket.
Durant, as Ginobili tried to draw the foul. Ball was mishandled but recovered by Ginobili. And Ginobili is running 2 by 4. So that is a non-shooting affair. And now David West will check back in, coming on for Boris Diaw. 3-point San Antonio lead. They've led by as many as 13. Early on, the Thunder led by as many as 8.
And it feels that San Antonio should be up 15 right now, just being at home, playing this way. But OKC, stubborn on defense, controlling the board.
Well, Ginobili keeping it alive. Going to follow up that shot. Ginobili dumps it off. Nice pass for Aldridge. For San Antonio, their first field goal in 6.5 minutes. They were one for their last 10 from the floor.
And already see the adjustment by OKC. No Payton today. You see the beautiful pass right there by Manu. And how about this? Waiters played the point guard position on this team, did a pretty good job there with a 1.5 quarters. And you already see the growth of some players on this team, not only just their best players, but others, because they're trying to make sure they get a tough one on the road.
2 minutes gone by in this fourth quarter. You can see the giant wet spot on the basketball.
The way both teams have been shooting this fourth quarter, they probably both wouldn't mind having a new ball.
I think Aldridge wanted a feel for it.
Oh, yeah, you got to touch it. Yeah, you just can't give me a new ball and bring one in. You got to let everybody, all the guys, there you see Durant's touching it. He's going to go around. As you see right there, the spill in the front row. You don't want to mess up those pretty gray shoes.
Aldridge was allowed to get a feel for it. He touched it. I think everybody on the floor should be able to take one shot.
We might have to wait around a little while, but
Waiters coming off the screen. Shot clock is down to 3. Waiters. So Dion Waiters, who had his playing time diminished in the first half because he picked up 3 fouls, has hit 3 of 5. He now has 9 points. And it's a 3-point San Antonio lead. Parker with a nice move. Got it down low. West is blocked by Cantor. A recovery by Leonard. They keep it alive. Shot clock is down to 3. Parker can't get it off. It's a 24-second violation, and Greg Popovich is very upset.
He's very upset. He's showing it, and Tony Parker is just as upset. Had a wide-open jump shot. But how about Kawhi Leonard coming in again and just taking it? But Pop, you see his reaction.
They lost sight of the shot clock.
Yes.
Steven Adams is back on the floor. Westbrook played by Leonard. Westbrook, strip. Combination of West and Leonard. Here comes Leonard. He has Green to his left. Green for 3. Yes! He's hit 5 of 6 from the 3-point line.
Looked like he shot the ball before he even touched it. Talk about have your hands ready to shoot it.
Spurs by 6. Early fourth quarter. Time running down, and Westbrook with a deep 3-pointer.
How do you want it? That's what Westbrook's asking. He's saying, I can give it to you inside, I can shoot the 15-footer, and I can do my best Steph Curry impersonation from 50 feet out.
The shot clock was down to 1. Now Aldridge, Westbrook able to pull it down. Westbrook flips it out. Here's Durant. Yes, a three for Durant, and the Spurs will talk it over. The game is tied at 78.
Wow, Run DMC said it about Jam Master Jay. This guy, he's a one-man band. He can knock it down from three like that, or he can go up and get a rebound, get it to his man Durant, that can knock it down from deep. Tie game here in San Antonio.
We got a lot of emotional guys that wear their heart on their sleeve, and it's not a bad thing. And we got guys that were, board up differently, who handle situations differently, and that's not a knock on anyone. We're still a successful team. We're still playing. A lot of teams that may not bark on each other or, show their emotions. They're at home right now.
Kevin Durant referring to the occasional bickering that we've seen in full view right in front of the Oklahoma City bench and on the court from time to time.
Nice use of the word occasional. I would have said frequent.
Duncan has to force it with the shot clock running out, and Waiters is on it.
But I agree. I played with a group, a band of brothers that we were emotional together. We gave, as you see, they accounted for 69 of 78 points tonight. But I agree with Durant. Don't care what anyone else says. It's a family in that locker room. Keep it between you guys and keep playing.
Westbrook for three. Chased down by Cannon, and they have a new 24. The game is tied at 78. 5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. This is now a best-of-3 series with it all tied at 2. Durant short, another possession as Westbrook is able to rebound. 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 28 points for Russell Westbrook.
13 offensive rebounds for OKC, who's been dominating tonight. And that's what you have to do by San Antonio. Gang rebound, get everybody in there.
Foul away from the ball. It is on the Thunder as they were moving up to the Oklahoma City front court. It is on Westbrook. That's number 4.
That's because Tim Duncan ran the floor very hard, and whether he's shooting a high percentage or not, you have to respect him, bump him, and not let him get to the paint. Westbrook, the bump a little too hard.
Leonard, Duncan rebound. Green not allowed to shoot the 3 as Waiters closed on him. Here is Duncan to the bucket. And the foul committed by Cantor, so 2 shots for Tim Duncan.
When Tim Duncan's body fails him, his mind doesn't, and he still knows the correct play to drive in, get the foul first. Don't try to finish it over a shot blocker. Make sure you get the contact, let the ref see it.
Tim Duncan improved his free throw shooting the last couple of years, 70% during the regular season. He's 1 of 5 from the field tonight in 22 minutes of play, and he's now 2 for 3 at the line with 3 rebounds, 4 points. This coming off the scoreless game on Sunday night. So Duncan, little clap for himself as he hits on both.
He's cheering himself on. He knows he has a lot more basketball that he wants to play, and every little thing helps, especially him knocking down those 2.
Spurs up by 2. They double up on Durant. Waiters, Westbrook. 5 on the shot clock. Westbrook on the drive. Good reach-in play by Leonard, which made Westbrook hesitate. This is Green, not able to hit a 3. Duncan with the rebound and then slapped away and knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Oklahoma City. Timeout taken, just under 6 remaining in the fourth. Spurs by 2. Let's take a look at the advanced performance presented by Nissan.
All effort. Kawhi Leonard, Defensive Player of the Year, has so much heart, stays in the play, gets back in, gets the block first, a little bit of arm after, and then gets some respect from his competitor. You have to love the competitive energy in this building tonight.
For more advanced performance highlights, you can visit NBA.com/TNT overtime. Once again, a big edge off the boards for Oklahoma City, a +13. They've out-rebounded San Antonio 47 34, but the difference, only 7 turnovers committed by the Spurs, 17 by the Thunder. And it's a 2-point San Antonio lead. And that is another big difference. Danny Green with another three-pointer. That's his 6th of the night. He's hit 6 of 8 from downtown.
I know Tony Parker made the pass, but give Popovich the assist. He called that play during the timeout. Great job.
Danny Green was not able to locate threes the other night. And a foul is called as Leonard and Green felt they had come up with the steal on the double. But Danny Green is called for the personal.
Danny Green, the great screen right there set by Tim Duncan. That's not going to show up in the stat sheet, but he gets his teammate wide open for the easy look.
Second foul on Green, who's defending on Durant. Durant gets in the paint, finds Adams, and he scores. Steven Adams.
He's a low down low, man. You can trust him. I mean, I didn't know his hands, but he could just catch the ball that good, and also the footwork, taking the dribble, establishing, and knocking it down.
10 points, 9 rebounds for Adams, who's been solid throughout the playoffs.
Look at this tough catch right here, first and foremost. Then gets the ball, even though it was down, gets his position, just lays it up nicely off the glass, no hesitation.
Just under 5 minutes remaining in the fourth. Leonard, oh, what a shot. Going baseline, driving past the basket, turning, and able to hit. San Antonio by 5. Westbrook, blocked by Duncan. That is his second block shot.
Yeah, I thought everybody wanted to trade Tim Duncan. I thought his career was over. What he's doing is showing that he can last, help on defense, and now Pop gets him a rest. Great job being that anchor on the D.
Standing ovation from this crowd for the future Hall of Famer, Tim Duncan. Shot clock down to 5, and it's Adams with the stuff.
He's been their best outlet tonight, whether receiving it on the inside with penetration and driving, not having a shot, dropping it off to him, or right there, making space for himself, calling his own play.
San Antonio with the ball up by 3. Foul is charged to Durant. That is just his first.
Look at Adams, get this mismatch right here, but it's so smart of him with a short shot clock. A big fella usually looks to the corner to get it to a ball handler. He notices the gamble by Green and finishes strong with a dunk.
The Thunder now over the limit. Leonard to the line for the first time. Usually an excellent free throw shooter, 88% during the regular season among the NBA leaders.
Only 14 free throws tonight. And Tim Duncan's rest was short, as Popovich said, let me get him back in the game on the defensive end. But look at Kawhi in the fourth. Definitely a big difference in wins and losses and attempted or made field goals, but trying to be aggressive here in the second half.
Comes off that quiet fourth quarter in game 4. 86-82, San Antonio. Coming up on 4 minutes to play here. In the fourth. It's picked off by Leonard. Chased by Westbrook. Leonard all the way! Kawhi Leonard, who opened up in game 1 with that move. Shot clock to 5. Westbrook for 3, yes. Now they say a 2, he had a foot on the line. Spurs by 4. Trying to take a 3-2 lead with game 6 in Oklahoma City on Thursday night. Leonard, played by Durant. Shot clock to 4. Parker has to force, and it's an air ball, 24-second violation. Nope, they continue to play. Westbrook takes all the way.
Everyone else thought on the floor. Durant stopped. Everyone stopped, and because of that motorman Westbrook, he plays till he hears the whistle. He didn't hear a whistle. One-man fast break.
So Westbrook has 32 points, and it's a 2-point San Antonio lead.
How about Durant and Kawhi Leonard going at it? You want two superstars to go at it late in the game? That's what's going on.
Aldridge. Oh, that was a chippy from in close.
Oklahoma City calls timeout.
Oklahoma City calling for time. 2:39 remaining in this fourth quarter. And a 1-point San Antonio lead. Timeout scenario, each with 2 full at a 20. Thunder over the foul limit. The Spurs with 2 fouls to give before the 2-minute mark. It is a 2-point lead. Russell Westbrook turning it on in the second half. 32 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists. Kevin Durant only 8 for 20, 21 points. Kawhi Leonard has come on strong, 26 to lead the Spurs, and LaMarcus Aldridge, although he has shot just 6 for 20, started at the foul line, 8 of 9 at the line, and he has 20 points.
And you have to love the way Westbrook came out in the second half. 6 for 15, 4 for 4 from three-point line, 5 assists, 7 rebounds, but only 1 turnover.
He is playing with 4 fouls. Westbrook comes up short. And it's taken by Westbrook, gets it inside for the layup. Cantor makes it a 6-0 run for the Thunder, and the game is tied at 88. We're approaching 2 minutes to play here in the fourth. Leonard makes the turn. Duncan off the fake, and it's swatted away by Cantor. Ends up in the hands of Aldridge. Cannot hit. Rebound Adams.
Looks a lot like Game 3. OKC came in here and stole one. Game 2, rather. Can they do it again late? Tie game.
Durant banks it. And once again, the follow by Cantor. Oklahoma City up by 2.
Plus 16 on the boards. OKC showing their dominance.
8 straight points for the Thunder. This is Parker tying the game.
Big bucket.
At 1 point, the Spurs led by as many as 13. Minute and a half to go in the fourth. Green went for the steal, got a piece of it. Here comes Parker. Westbrook back. See how upset Westbrook is.
And he's not upset at himself about that pass. I think he's upset the guy didn't get open.
Parker way off. So Tony Parker has struggled. Now 4 of 11. 1 minute remaining in the fourth. Durant off balance. And Aldridge and Cantor came together. Danny Green also involved.
The bench is upset, saying that Cantor pushed his own man into Durant. As you see the bench jump up and say, no, it wasn't a foul.
But it's called on Green, and that'll put Durant at the line. He's 3 of 4 at the line.
That was tough. I just saw that replay. And looks like those guys have a point as Durant knocks him down.
Like he got tripped up. Inadvertently.
Inadvertently, and that's what the bench was saying, but Durant, cooler heads, knocks him down.
The Thunder with a 2-point lead. 50 seconds remaining in regulation. Oklahoma City looking to take a 3-2 lead back home. Parker on the drive is fouled by Adams.
Marvin, going around the town and lunch today, there's such a healthy respect here for OKC that fans were asking me, do you think this is going to be Tim's last game? Is he going to play? And right now you kind of feel that nervous energy in the building, cheering their team on, but at the same time, a little bit of trepidation, not wanting to get too excited as you watch the rest of this game.
So you pull the fans as you make your way to lunch.
But they just let it be known what they feel to me as you see Tony Parker knocking down a big one.
Well, NBA TV, your home for 2016 playoffs coverage. Tune in to NBA TV following tonight's game for live post-game press conferences, highlights, and analysis. Misses on the second, and a timeout called by the Thunder. For Parker, his first appearances at the line. Usually a reliable free throw shooter. Just under 80% during the season. It's a 20-second timeout. Back in a moment. The Spurs had an 88-82 lead with just under 4 minutes remaining. And then Oklahoma City taking over with a 10-3 spurt. They're up by 1, and they have the basketball.
It's been OKC's defense. It's been guys like Waiters policing themselves in the offensive end. You have 1 more to 2 more plays on offense if you're in OKC. Number 1, most importantly, get an open shot. Get a shot. Do not turn the ball over here in San Antonio. Secondly, if you're San Antonio, keep Westbrook off of the boards, because the point guard, when he's not shooting, is coming in, getting extra possessions for his team.
Westbrook played by Leonard. Durant. Strip. Green took it away.
19 turnovers for OKC.
So the Spurs in possession as we come up on 10 on the shot clock. 15 seconds remaining in regulation. They're down by 1. Parker comes up short, and the ball deflects out of bounds. Last touch by San Antonio. 9.3 remaining in this fourth quarter, and Oklahoma City takes timeout. So they have 1 timeout remaining. They have a full left. San Antonio with timeouts in their pocket. They have a full, and they have 2 20s. But it's Thunder ball, and as you see, 9.3 on the clock.
So fortunate if you're an OKC fan, you get the turnover. And Tony Parker, I don't care how old he is, I don't care what game, I don't care how much rest, he'll take that 15-footer many times any game. Just couldn't knock it down.
All right, this is the situation right at the end of game 2. A much talk about play on the inbounds by Dion Waiters. And according to the review by the NBA afterwards, they said there should have been 5 different calls in that sequence that were missed. A wild 13-second conclusion.
Definitely, and it's what you want in playoff basketball. Very exciting. Waiters gets away with an offensive foul. You see guys step on the line all the time, don't get that called. And basic answer is that OKC came in here and took one, and they're trying to repeat that same feat tonight against a team that only lost 1 regular season home game. They're trying to win 2 in the series. The first team to score 100 on the Spurs in the playoffs.
So here is Waiters again, inbounding from the other side. Ginobili again defending. With 9.3 remaining, Oklahoma City up by a point. Very similar to what took place in game 2. Waiters gets it in this time. Westbrook to the bucket. He scores, and a foul with 6.3 to go. The Spurs felt there should have been a travel.
2 plays in which Westbrook kept going. One when he thought it was a shot clock violation and he kept playing. And this is who you need to be, Westbrook. Not who the critics want you to be, not who some fans want you to be. Be the best Westbrook that you can be. Getting the and one late in the game in San Antonio.
34 points for Westbrook. He's 7 for 7 at the line. Spurs do have timeouts left. 3-point play. 35 points, 10 in the fourth for Westbrook. A 13-3 run. 4-point Oklahoma City lead with 6.3 to go. All right, Chris, how does Greg Popovich play this now? Down by 4 in big trouble.
Yeah, you want to try to get the first quick open look you get. Hopefully you knock it down and then you can foul and make it a free throw game. But very honestly, This looks like this could have sealed the deal. Look at him continuing to play. He didn't stop, and everyone else on there stopped. And this is why you have to love Westbrook, his passion. He loves what he does. He wants to be great. He wants to win in this tough sport. And look at that bench. You think they love their leader? You think they're pumped?
Both teams are over the limit. San Antonio still has a couple of 20s remaining. They will inbound in the front court looking for a quick bucket.
Now, if you're OKC, you can't do what you did in Game 2. And remember when they fouled Aldridge on a three-point shot, do not foul a three-point shooter if you're OKC.
Well, they fouled 4 times on three-point attempts in Game 1. All right, Aldridge looking to inbound. Gets it in, and Leonard fires one. Chased down by Parker. Time running out. Here's Green from three-point range, and that will do it. The Thunder come from behind, and they have been criticized for their play in fourth quarters during the course of the season. The Thunder take a 3-2 lead, and they can close it out back home in Oklahoma City on Thursday night, and for the second time in the series, they are able to win here in San Antonio. During the regular season, the Spurs went 40-1, which equaled an NBA record that was held by the Boston Celtics back in 85-86. So 2 victories for the Thunder in this series in San Antonio. Game 6 Thursday night. If they go to a Game 7, it's back here to San Antonio on Sunday night. Let's go to Craig.
Well, Russ, fantastic, especially in the second half. But the win play there at the end, they thought they had fouled you. You kept going. What was going on? Did you think you were going to be fouled or call a whistle?
I just keep going to the whistle blows. My job is to stay in attack mode, and they didn't blow the whistle. My job is to keep going to the basket.
Kind of like a metamorphosis at halftime. First half, you're getting everybody else involved. Second half, you took over. What triggered your decision?
Just read and react, man. I'm able to do different things on the floor. My job is to get guys going also. If we're struggling, try to attack the basket and change the game, and I try to do that tonight.
35 points, 9 assists, but 11 boards. How are you able, as a guard, to get in there with all those guys and come up with the ball?
You got to want it. You got to want it, man. That's all I can say. I come out and try to compete at a high level every night and try to help my bigs out. My bigs are battling, and my job as a guard is to go get the loose rebound.
What have you seen against them, particularly when Kawhi Leonard is guarding you, that makes you feel you have an opening and maybe an advantage?
My speed. I'm able to kind of get to where I need to get to. Just need to take my time and finish plays and try to find my teammates and get them open shots.
All right, thanks a lot. Great game tonight. Let's go back to you, Mark.
And once again, the Thunder able to take over in the fourth quarter, a 26-19 edge for the 95-91 victory. Russell Westbrook, who led the NBA with 18 triple-doubles in the regular season, 7 in the month of March, came 1 assist shy of a triple-double in this game number 5. A 3-2 lead for the Thunder. Game 6 in Oklahoma City on Thursday night. Thanks to producer Scott Cockrell, director Renato Lowe, and our statistician Brian Tanner. Coming up next, it is Inside the NBA, presented by Kia. For Chris Webber, Craig Sager, and the rest of the crew, I'm Marv Albert saying good night from San Antonio, Texas. You've been watching the NBA on TNT, the exclusive home of the 2016 Western Conference Finals.